This is Lee. Lee has just started up his company and begun to produce his very first product for his very first customer. As you can see, he's in a really good mood. And so is his customer. The company is doing great. So Lee decides to take on more customers. He buys more machines and hires more staff to keep up with the growing amount of orders coming in. As the company continues to grow, Lee should be getting happier by the hour, but instead his mood gets worse and worse. He's just not making as much money as he thought. It seems he constantly has to invest all his earnings into even more equipment and staff. Not only that, the administration required to keep the company going is really starting to add up. What should he do? Lee has heard of something called requirements planning and decides to call in a sales representative from a large IT company to give him an idea of what he needs to get back into the black. In comes the sales rep. A couple of minutes into the conversation, Lee's head is already overloaded with strange abbreviations and trendy buzzwords. Apparently there's a whole world of super important apps and systems he simply can't live without. It all sounds very expensive and complicated. No, this is just wrong. All Lee wanted was some peace and quiet, and of course to make some more money. But wait, who's this? It's a sales representative from a company called Monitor ERP System. Forget about all that, he says. Our system can get rid of that headache for you in no time. We can make sure you increase profit and have more satisfied customers. But who should he trust? What should he do? Lee now has three choices. Option number 1, continue as before, but then again, we all know how that ends. Option number 2, he can choose to go with the ultra-flexible solution and build his own IT environment, 100% customized to suit his company. That actually sounds like a good idea until it's time to start paying for endless hours of consultants and developers working hard to create a system that suits the way things are normally done in Lee's factory. In other words, nothing has really changed, except his profit margins, which are now even lower. Oh, and that headache, which has almost finished him off completely. Luckily, there's a third alternative, an ERP system called Monitor G5. It's essentially a standard system which handles every area of the company, all in one system, ready to run, straight out of the box. And what's more, Monitor G5 is 100% focused on manufacturing companies, just like Lee's factory. So how does Monitor G5 work exactly? Let's put it this way. Monitor makes sure the right information is delivered to the right people at the right time. In reality, this has a massive impact on Lee's company. Instead of hiring more staff and buying more machines to be able to grow, Lee can now use the existing setup in a much more efficient way. In fact, he can even cut staff costs and still improve productivity and overall efficiency just by implementing Monitor G5 at his factory. But Monitor isn't just an ERP system. When you buy Monitor G5, you also buy an advantage, a unique insight into the manufacturing business. Monitor's consultants don't just take your existing workflow and plaster on a system to match it. They'll contribute their extensive expertise and know-how from the manufacturing industry to help streamline your workflow so you and your company can become much more efficient. With fewer errors and faster production times, Lee can also cut inventory costs and shorten delivery times, which of course means more satisfied customers. Now the money is pouring in and Lee, well, he's a happy chappy once again. Let's look at this delivery. What about it, I hear you say? In actual fact, it should have been delivered 2 days ago, but since Monitor G5 keeps track of all incoming goods, you know all about this delivery and exactly how 2 days delay of this particular delivery will affect your production planning. How it would normally increase the production time of a number of products. However, thanks to Monitor G5, you're able to redirect resources and still make that delivery to the customer right on time. Trust the system, and we promise the results will exceed your expectations. Another great example is storage. You can save a lot of money on storage. Yes, really. Just don't produce more than you need. But how will I know how much to produce, you ask? With Monitor G5, you know exactly what to produce and when to do it. Phew, that's a relief. Now you see, you don't need all that storage, do you? As long as you keep the customer satisfied, the money will keep on rolling in. At Monitor ERP System, We know what a manufacturing company really needs. What you need is a system that is easy to implement. A complete system your entire company can use. A system like Monitor G5. The best ERP system for your manufacturing company.